Archers, attack! Keep firing! Let none escape! Another down! Do not relent!
Good evening, I'm Slidewhistle.
I am the ghost of immunization.
I am the thing that's under your stairs. When you walk down, I'll fucking yank out your hair. And also, I'm Aaron, Fire Magic Extraordinaire and Horde Puncher Brick.
You know, I was always afraid walking down to my basement stairs as a child. And Chucky the doll, he had this hook, and he would wait behind the stairs in the basement. And when they would walk down the stairs, he'd hook people, and they'd fall down the stairs. And I was always afraid of that.
Is this your dad's basement?
Yes.
It is pretty scary.
Also, would they, like, fall and bust their head and die? Or just they fall and they'd be like, oh, I really winged my elbow. And then Chucky'd be like,
I'm pretty sure they would fall, and then they'd turn around and see him crawling on the middle of the stairs to come fucking stab him. Too spooky.
I remember seeing the ad for Spawn of Chucky in the movie theaters. It was just a big, loud jump scare. And I remember being 10, like, oh, that frightened me. I didn't come to see a scary movie. How can they put this in a not scary movie?
I'll never forgive them for how hideous they made his son look. The puppet was so gross looking.
I have not seen it.
Did you want him to be, like, hot or something?
No, I don't want it to be like a fuckable Chucky the doll child. It's just... Here, how about this? Let's watch it this weekend so you can see exactly how ugly he is, and then I want you to report back on how hot you think he is. It's spooky season, and you know what? I just had the spookiest thought of all.
What's that?
Shadowlands should have technically have been releasing next week, next Monday.
Yes.
And even spookier is that we do not have a re-release date yet.
Ooh, it's in the mysterious woods behind the fog. Ian is holding it hostage in his scary sarcophagus.
Ian, give it back. I am putting all of my faith. I'm throwing all of my weight behind the new Christie Golden book, Exploring Eastern Kingdoms, where the new gays, Shaw and Flynn, talk about the Azeroth or whatever. I don't really know. All I know is the date for this book before was set a week before Shadowlands. Then they mysteriously pushed back the book when they announced they were going to delay Shadowlands, and it's been mysteriously delayed another week to be coming out December 3rd. So if that's true, and maybe they're pushing it back because it's supposed to be released a week before Shadowlands, which would be December 7th. Ooh.
This is the new Bible of our religion, of trying to figure out when Shadowlands is going to be released.
I have to do something without a release date. They're not giving me anything else to work with.
So, gentlemen, I'm just going to do it right now. I'm pulling a time warp.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
So it's been a little bit. Time warp is, I will ask these two a question, and they will have 40 seconds to try and answer it. The question for today is, the lovely 5, or I guess 10 altogether, allied races were introduced in this last expansion, Battle for Azeroth. Each time you get one, you get their class mount. Can you give me as many as you can of the 10 class mounts?
Oh God. I definitely don't know their God-given names, but okay, I'll try.
Okay, and begin.
Void Seeker, Void Star Seeker Chicken.
Big golden elephant from Lightforge, a fancy Proudmoore horse for the Coltirans. I don't know what Dark Iron is. It's probably some, like, fired mount.
Get out of here. It's like a one-headed corehound. But, like, I don't know what it's... One-headed corehound. That's my vote for the Dark Iron Dwarf.
I have no concept of what the Horde is, but for the Zandalari trolls, I'll say, like, a raptor of some kind, maybe. Oh, maybe the High Mountain Taurens and Moons?
So, none of them were their names. That's fine. So I'm going to ping pong back and forth. 2 of them, Wowhead considers legendary mounts. So can you give me which of the 2, you can just say the races of the people,
They
are
call them
considered...
legendary mounts?
They are, yes. Everyone else is like rare purple, but 2 of these are considered yellow for legendary.
Okay.
So
I'm just going to guess right now, I guess.
Yes.
I'll say Kultirans and Zandalari.
No.
Incorrect.
Slide.
Okay, this is going to be easy now that this fool wasted his shot. I will now look it up on my phone. No, legendary. I guess I'm going to have to go with Void Elves and the Suramar Elves. What are they? The Nightborn.
Nope. Back to immune.
I'm going to go with the Mechanomes and the Volpira.
Nope. Back to slide. We're eliminating them.
The Dark Iron and the Magheart.
Bing! Slide gets it. The Dark Iron Corehound and the Magheart Direwolf, for whatever reason, on Wowhead are considered legendary mounts.
What? That's so bizarre. Is it because were they like the first ones we got our hands on? I think they are.
I wish I knew. I guess it's because, thinking of it, aren't those the rep-based ones? Like the 7th Legion Warbound?
Yeah, I guess.
So that's connects those 2 races.
That's fucking weird, mate.
Well, I guess I already had this shot poured because I was just about to bring us into our review that we got this week. So I guess I need to drink this one for Time Warp and then go get another one real quick. So here we go.
Nothing like back-to-back shot segments to really fuck you up.
Oh, God.
Now that Immune's gone, we can talk about him. His hooves stank.
Stank bussy.
He's got a big stinky bussy.
Our Catgar had to have he has a urinary tract infection, so he's peeing blood, and he's watching us right now. He's high as fuck. It's great.
Yeah, he's on painkillers right now for it, as well as like antibiotics, so he's high right now. And I'm also back, and I also heard you guys since I have wireless headphones.
Oh, whatever.
I'm surprised it didn't echo out of your big cavernous bussy. Stinky hooves, stinky hooves, stinky hooves.
Well, on that note, I feel like it's time to take some celebratory shots for our new review this week.
Whoop whoop.
Hell yeah, motherfucker.
Ooh.
Oh god, he already took it.
Okay.
Oh god,
Well,
I didn't know we were front loading it.
Yeah, he fucking go.
There you go. I took it.
This is going to be a wild episode, I can already tell. So, okay. We have a review this last week from Defondue. It's a 5-star rating, and he has to say, these guys are great to listen to. Behind their lewd goofballery, they host a well-structured show with original segments. They all actively play the game, which is a plus, and are able to offer perspectives ranging from novice, such as Cubby Boat, shout out for Cubby Boat, to heroic/mythic rating. The podcast is centered around the podcaster's in-game experiences more so than it is about news. So if you are looking for a relatable and fun listen, it's hard to go wrong with these guys. And then he ends it by doing like a -G.
-G. I love the mysteriousness of like the sign off here. Who is G?
So I love this review. The only thing though is I did read it out loud, and Cubby Bub said, "I'm a novice," and the fire in her eyes flared up like no other. She's over there power leveling tunes now.
What did she think she was, an expert?
I don't know. She was just like, I have mounts that you don't have. And I was like, that's
Whoa.
very true.
So she's still a novice. She's a little baby novice.
She's over here swinging now. Shadowlands, she's about to dust me. She's not going to sleep for like a month.
God.
Now, and now Defondu's, or should I say G's review will fuel her hate fire to become the best there ever was.
We actually have it printed up above our bed so that even when she goes to bed, she can see it and just let that fire drive her.
She's doing like 85 sit-ups. I'm not a novice. I'm not a novice. Thank you, Thank you, Mysterious G, for your review. I was gonna say, I almost was like, write another one. But we can't do that. I would say that, right?
Pay for another account. Write another one.
Oh, I think BNet accounts are free, right?
We're not gonna encourage ballot stuffing. Get out of here. What are we? Republicans?
Oh, God. So,
It's the Democrats who use dead people for votes.
Joe Biden took an Amtrak train, and that's sketchy for some reason.
JFK Jr. is gonna vote against his party.
Rudy
Ooh.
Giuliani was set up with that child. That actor is 24. That...
Immune's over here like, what the fuck, guys? His face.
I mean, I'm also really feeling the fact that I took 2 shots back to back to start off this podcast, so...
Baby Q's in jail right now because he had a fake penis called the Wizinator.
I can't believe people straight up thought JFK Jr. was about to come back and fucking support Donald Trump from the grave. It's so Halloween, though. I love it. So, it's been a while since we discussed this. Let's talk about what the fuck we did in Raid, since we raided yesterday.
Yeah, we totally did.
Well, Aaron wasn't there.
I didn't. I caught the raid thing of like, let's do this today, Wednesday, and I was like, oops.
Yeah, so this week we are deciding to do a pre-patch raid where everyone is bringing who they expect to want to main in Shadowlands, and we're just raiding Heroic Nyalotha just to get a hang of how the class changes feel, and to see like if we like the rotation and things like that, and then just like in general just get our feet back in raiding a little bit, because like how long has it been since we've had like current raid?
Not long enough. I don't know, 6 weeks? I feel like 8 weeks. It's been a fucking long time. So how would you say your Holy Priest felt? Did it feel good, bad, stinky, winky, tinky, dipsy, la la po?
If I had to say, it felt pretty dipsy.
Oof.
Actually, no, that's me right now because of these shots. But overall, like, Holy Priest doesn't feel like it really changed. Like, the healing rotation feels the same, except it got better because some things that were locked behind talents are just baseline now. So it just like overall more options to heal. And then also they just sort of gave me like shadow DPS spells so I can just do more damage. I was doing like a decent amount of damage. I was like the top of the healing damage, which is like crazy because I was never anywhere near that before.
Ooh,
now,
that's fun.
Do you feel like your smite will be saddened now that it's not like the old reliable?
Yeah, it's not like my big damage dealer anymore because it's just Shadow Word Pain now. Just applying dots to keeping dots up is like the main damage I was doing in this last raid.
Wait, so you're telling me that you were maintaining dots while healing us?
Yeah.
Whoa, I don't like that. That sounds like it's too much work for me.
I mean, I also like I don't know. I wasn't as on top of the healing as I was in the past because I was trying to see how like I would fit this damage into like an actual setting. I don't know. I need to figure out like what the actual balance needs to be. And I think in the past I would always heal too much, if that makes sense.
Isn't like overhealing a thing or something? I don't know shit about healing. I healed once in Daza and it was okay.
I mean, yeah, overhealing is a problem, but like a lot of my overhealing as Holy Priest is just due to my passive mastery, which is just an echo heal, and I don't know, you can't really control that, especially in a raid setting, because like if everyone else also tries to top off everyone, then my mastery just becomes overhealing.
That's fucking weird, mate.
It's well beyond my understanding.
Yeah, I'm just like this reminds me of when I ask someone about work and he tells me like engineering stuff and I'm just like, I know some of those words.
But Slide, you brought your druid to this raid. How does Feral feel?
I was heavily debating what I was going to bring into Nyalotha. I'm like, do I bring my Feral Druid? Do I bring Alan? Do I bring my Mage? Because my Frost Mage was fucking doing crazy damage, and I feel like the squish to eye level has made anybody who I have a viable candidate for raiding right now. But I wasn't sure if we're going to do one raid or two, like, if we're going to raid again next week. It sounds like we're only raiding this week. And I'm like, well, can we do it again next week, please, guys?
Yeah, if we have the time, might as well go and try out other stuff.
Yeah, because I feel like a lot of people have, like, a few, like, candidates for, like, mains or alts that they would want to try out in a raid setting.
I think people are still somewhat fatigued on going back into Nyalotha, so, like, I get it, I guess, but come on, like, what the fuck else are we doing? But, so I had my Pharaoh Druid in there, and on some fights, I felt really powerful, which is funny, because on, like, the DPS chart ranking thing for, like, every raid happening currently that's being logged, Pharaoh Druid is bare ass bottom number 24 out of 24 on the DPS in pre-patch list.
After watching you play Feral this last raid, I can't help but to wonder, like, the fact that Feral always is, like, placing a little lower, is it because this also includes people who don't know how to play it correctly?
I'm really unsure how exactly those logs are obtained. Because I was never dead last, and I was, and on the Raw Den fight, I was literally second place. Because I do such good single target. AoE and cleave, I don't know how the fuck to manage that. I do not know what to do yet, but I felt like I wasn't doing bad, and I'm like, people on our raid team, they aren't bad. Like, they know how to sim stuff, so I'm like, do I just have like a perfect setup of stats and Azerite traits?
Am I just the perfect man?
I'm not like most girls.
He's the perfect cat.
But yeah, it was weird though, because literally, so my first couple of fights, I've never played Feral in a PvE setting ever. All my Feral has been in PvP. So I had to pick up some new abilities, and my bars are absolutely filled. I am trying to think of how to create new macros using shift and other buttons. It's difficult. Basically, I feel like I'm a DJ at a party, and I'm pressing all these fucking buttons to entertain the crowd. But then I feel like sometimes I'm DJing really well, and I'm not getting paid enough for my fucking set. Like, I'm killing it right now. I'm hitting all the buttons, but why the hell is my damage so low on AoE fights?
It's funny because, like, similar to that, I feel like a lot of people say that about Feral, that, like, they feel like it takes a lot of work to do damage, and then, like, for that same amount of work, you could do, like, another class, and it would take, like, less work to do more damage.
Yeah, I could literally get on, like, well, I was going to say my Demon Hunter, but I guess not anymore, now that they've been nerfed to the fucking ground. But, like, and then I was going to say my Death Knight, but apparently my Holy is also complicated. So, I don't know. I think I'm just not like most girls, and I have a difficult class playing skills. But I really felt good because I thought I was going to do absolutely ass in damage as Feral Druid. And I didn't. I did pretty okay, and that's without Covenant abilities. That's without being level 60 when we get some major buffs. So this is another fucking feather in a macaroni cap for Wild Seeds ranking.
And that's another thing you mentioned, like, the Covenant abilities, because, like, all these rankings that we're seeing right now, that's just pre-patch, and, like, some people don't even have their max rank abilities yet for everything, and we definitely don't have any Covenant abilities, so, like, it doesn't really mean anything yet.
Yeah, it means absolutely nothing, because some classes have synergy with current Azerite traits, which obviously are going away in Shadowlands. Some classes don't have to wait for more damaging abilities, like how me and Aaron have to wait for, like, Fire Blast rank 2, or have to wait for, like, Rake 2. Apparently, some DPS classes just have all of their abilities at max strength already. I'm like, what the hell? That's not fair. But again, it's pre-patched, so in the end, it means absolutely nothing. But the best part was, guess which fight we struggled on the most, Aaron?
I'm going to guess Skitra.
No, we actually did pretty decently at Sketra.
Oh, It was an old fan favorite. Fucking Il'gynoth never fails to make us wipe at least 3 to 4 times before we fucking beat him.
Il'gynoth is tough, and even without, or especially without, all of our fun little tricks.
Yeah, exactly. That's what Lynn was saying. Lynn was like, I had so much Twilight dev stack that it would just, like, nuke down whenever we were in mind control if there were, like, a group of people coming to attack us. So, like, we definitely felt the corruption not being there on that fight in particular.
We also didn't kill it. Didn't we leave Oglonoth and never come back? It's 11 o'clock. We're gonna go upstairs to the other bosses. Fuck this guy in particular. Also, good news, Aaron. Gandalin, Fire Mage, was out here doing major fucking damage. So apparently, maybe
I heard the opposite from a gentleman I'll speak about later, but he was so distressed during a PvP setting that he private messaged me about it.
Whoa, wait, is this a top 2 bottom boot, medium moot, or what you did in WoW?
This is a top 2 bottom boot, medium moot.
Ugh, I want to hear the story so bad, but I can wait.
You'll hear about him later.
I guess we also should mention this, because I told the man we were going to talk about it last week, and we forgot, because we're fucking fools playing pre-patch. We sold a Mythic Jaina kill to Big Bear, a listener here, and I was like, oh, don't worry, man, this will be on the podcast this week.
You're going to be so cool. And then, no, we were like, my eyeballs are blue now. Well, Big Bear's like, Mom, Dad, they're going to talk about me soon.
Poor guy. I felt like I lied to him.
Also, he submitted a Sexiest NPC of the week, but we already had one for this week, so we're going to have to do that next week. So
justice for Big Bear. So he paid for a Mythic Jaina run, and my dumbass completely forgot that you have to be on the same server to trade gold. I don't know how I forgot that.
Also, I want to say, I feel like I asked you like 5 times during this process about whether or not it mattered if he was unprobable or not.
I don't remember you asking me once.
Yeah, because you remember me asking you 3 times.
Fuck you. Did I eat an edible before this?
I don't know.
Okay. Well,
you were over here doing drugs when a listener came in for a mythic raid. I'll have you know, Big Bear, I was laser focused.
So he joins, and Kat is like, Slide, he's on not our server, so how are we getting the gold? And I was like, huh. I guess he is. I mean, it's fine. I'll just pay for it, and then he can trade me the gold on his server. Easy peasy fucking lemon squeezy. How's that for quick thinking, bitches?
Yeah, and that worked out perfectly for you, right?
It worked out okay, yeah. I just took the gold that he gave me on his server. I invested in a 300k pet, and I just brought it over to Podmore, because you can use pets as, like, gold standard for currency. And this pet is gonna sell. The thing is, these fuckers on the auction house, I have to battle with them because they think they're going to keep undercutting to make it nothing. And I'm like, I'm about to be the person who sent you in-game mail saying, stop undercutting. We can all get paid, you idiot. Just fucking wait. You don't need to undercut.
Do you remember what the pet was?
Yes, it is the ever-living spore is what I invested in. Because you can only get it through Pet Battle Dungeons.
I really hoped that it was going to be the spectral kitty.
Oh man, no, the fucking that thing still costs like gold cap, I'm pretty sure, or maybe it's like 1 million gold.
It was the last time I saw it. It was 500,000, so $500,000. Because I was trying to get the crazy cat lady, and that's included on it, and I was like, no.
Well, actually, you can still get that achievement. You only need to get, like, I think 8 out of the 16 cats listed in that achievement.
Because there are some cats on the auction house that are, like, pretty cheap if you buy them.
And I'm pretty sure they consistently will add, so say that they add, like, a new cat this year in the store, they will add that cat to the achievement. Because there's, like, 5 or 6 store cats that are listed also under that achievement. Also, you can just cheat. I need to talk to, Nick Carter Guild, Kim. Kim and, was it Jeff? It might have been Jeff. Somebody, she was trading her cats to him, and he would learn them, and it would count towards the achievement, and she gave him the cats. He got the achievement. He traded her the cats back. It's ingenious. You're beating the system. Find a friend who has pussy.
So you're telling me... No. Okay.
Yo, I got this pocket pussy, bro. Just pull out kitten.
Oh, God. So you're telling me that our guild has an underground crazy cat lady pocket pussy trading ring?
Yes, you just have to ask the right people, and you have to catch them on the right day. And bam, you get a crazy cat lady achievement. I'm like, bitch, yes, please, I will literally pay you gold to just let me hold your cats so I could get this achievement. Because crazy cat lady on a feral druid, I love that title so much.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
But I'm also proud. I'm trying to remember. We wiped once, I'm pretty sure, on Big Bear's cell.
I believe so, but I think overall it was like one of our more successful cells.
Oh, thank fucking God. Not like our fucking horrible first cell ever. We're dying 85 times.
To be fair, I feel like Big Bear heard our episode where we talked about our epic failure of a cell before actually committing to our cell. So I feel like he could have expected the worst.
Yeah, which is great. So I'm just
we should make him pay more because it went so well. Forward us another 100K. Yeah.
For epic game time.
Oh, I just remembered though. Speaking of people who aren't on our server, there's been a little bit of guild drama recently.
Ooh, I know nothing about this. Give me. I got the sugar. I'm ready for the tea.
So, here's the tea. You know how, like, I maybe you don't know, but, like, Keta is originally from, I believe, the server Tyrannus, and a few of the other people that we've been associating with, I think Pun and Khan and some of them who have, like until recently hadn't actually transferred servers and joined the guild.
Yeah.
Which, maybe that might be news to you, too, that they did that.
Yeah, I didn't realize it actually legitimately came over already. I thought that they were still just hanging out like auxiliary, but a lot of them are straight up in the guild now.
Yeah, so I guess several of her old Tyrannus friends have been coming over to Proudmoore, joining our guild, and there have been several guildies. Slide is one of them. A few, like, I believe Dolly was one of them. One of our new boys, Fial/Ammonius, is one of them. A few other people have been getting whispers from somebody who is from that server, who he is basically just saying to these people, hey, tell Keta to stop fucking poaching people from the Tyrannus server for your guild.
Yeah, so I saw them talking about this in Discord, and I was like, wow, what the hell? I wasn't whispered. And literally, like, 5 days later, I get my own whisper. Hey, can you tell Kata to stop bringing people over from my server? And then they were like, they gave me some name, like Death Clock or Death Realm. I don't know, Death something. Death Cutie came over, and now I know that she's poaching from us. So can you please tell her to stop? That lady is annoying. And I responded, what? Immediately, because I'm like, what's going on? Who's any of this? But then they logged off immediately. So either they blocked me or they just made like level 1 and were like, I'm logging off now. And so yeah, it turns out that I guess apparently this person is the GM of the Tyrannus Guild. So they're the man in charge, and everybody is incredibly pissed at him because the person who he was referring to, she was like, literally, I'm only on this server because I want to make an alliance tune, and I have alliance friends that are here. I talked to Kata 5 times. Like, we don't talk at all. So she's like, I don't know what's even happening. So basically, it's literally like a reverse crit situation where our old GM was holding it hostage. This GM is losing everybody and freaking out.
And, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like Kata just decided to find a new guild, and then she just was still friends with people from her original server, and then they just decided that they had more fun with us on their, like, auxiliary nights where we just, like, did other things with them, and then it's like they decided that they wanted to join us. So, like, we literally didn't do anything.
I mean, again, and they're in Discord literally every other night talking, so they're actually legitimate friends, so it's really odd to just be like, I'm being poached from, when it sounds like no one likes you. Poor guy.
Yeah, it sounds like you're just a loser, friend.
A loser. So hopefully I get more messages, because I was like, ooh, drama. I gotta love it immediately, because that doesn't involve me.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is even more entertaining than the crit old guild drama, because this does not affect us at all.
Speaking of drama that doesn't affect me, but my Warcraft character, here's Growliina.
Woo!
Hey, it's Growl. You're you, and this is Akiro. We're sitting down here and chatting about good old PvP content. So, Ak, you say you're going to be continuing to play in war mode, even when we're not actively at war with the Dirty Horde? Of course. It's our duty to keep the fight going, even if management says we're not supposed to. I'm not just going to throw away part of the game. You're a very, very brave man. Honestly, a role model for the youths out there. LOL, thank you. If you had to say any one statement to bolster our ranks and get more members of the Alliance on this bloody path you weave, what would you say? I think I'd have to say that fighting them is fun. It's necessary to protect what we love, and honestly, it's the right thing to do. Well, that's just beautiful. Can we get some 07s in the chat for our boy Akiro? While I take this hero out for a beer, I'll pass it back to the boys in the studio.
Hip hop zippity doo. What a story. Thanks, /G.
Ooh.
Maybe I wrote
Oh.
another review. I mean, what?
Punch, kick. It's all in the head.
I'm punching and kicking you in the head. It's very big, because you're a little dog boy. Ouch. Stop. Stop hitting.
The Parappa the Rapper universe is so fucking weird. Like, I love it. Right, right, Immune?
No, I actually had the Parappa game when I was growing up. Okay, thank you very much.
I bet you fucking wore an orange beanie with your little dog ears hanging out all the fucking time in middle school, like Parappa.
Actually, I went to like a Catholic middle school and I couldn't wear hats at school, so no.
When I took my driver's test, I actually sang the entirety of the level 2 theme. Stop here. We're getting in the car. Get real far. Step on the gas.
How many kids across America do you think perform this at like an awkward school talent show? Like the Parappa the Rapper raps.
I feel like it's the part of our generation that's slightly older than us, because I feel like it had to have been people who like experienced Parappa when they were in like high school, maybe?
When they weren't like 3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I played this game when I was like a child.
Well, speaking of Parappa the Rapper, it's time to talk about what we did in the world of Parappa Craft. Immune, what did you do?
Well, in the world of Parappa Craft, I spent a lot of time trying to find the proper Beanie T-Mog. But no, like actually in the World of Warcraft, I finally got all of my followers up to level 30 in Nazjatar, so now I only have the lab to worry about. And that like cuts out a whole daily thing that I've been doing in WoW for like, I don't know, how long have we been deciding to do Mechadon and Nazjatar achievements? Like a month or two now?
It feels like maybe recently 2 to 3 months we've been trying to do this.
Yeah, so now I'm just like the next 4 more weeks, I will be going back to Nazjatar to do the lab to get the last 4 of my elemental boys slain. Other than that, last week I hadn't done this yet, but since then I created a Worgen warrior and I did the Exiles Reach like trial campaign thing. And I really enjoyed it. I don't know if we're going to talk about it more this episode or not, but I think it's a great tutorial for new players and just an overall really cool story. And like, other than that, I've just been, I don't know, I've been like really worked up over the fact that I feel like all of my alts are the wrong race. I don't know if you guys ever feel this.
Huh.
Whoa, what do you mean by that statement?
What do you mean by that?
So I have way too many normal humans, and I think I fell into this trap because, like, they look the best in their Mog because that's the model that it's based on, but I feel like I want them to be other things.
Wait, so who would you change in your human list? What is your human list, and who would you change? Who is your daddy, and what does he do?
Well, I think on that question, I think my daddy is Immuno, my rogue, and she is the human that would stay a human, I think. But then, like, my siblings who I would change from being a human are... This feels completely blasphemous because, like, Korgos, my mage... He's been a human the longest, I think.
One of the humans.
Right? But, like, I feel like I would want to change him to maybe Void Elf skinned as a High Elf, which I don't know if we've ever discussed this on this podcast before, but that's totally a thing you can do.
Yeah, I discussed it in a negative light 4 months ago, but I don't care.
It's weird.
They're not nearly as prevalent as I thought they would be.
Meanwhile, us two over here, we're like, this is the coolest thing we can do. Fuck Void Elves. We're making High Elves, and we made 2 High Elf characters. And I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah, so I feel like my mage, I would want to be a Void Elf / High Elf. And then my paladin, Salinity, is a human female. I feel like just, like, looking at, like, everything I would want, like, I really am digging this Worgen Warrior, and right now my warrior is a Lightforged Draenei, but I feel like if I mixed that up, then I could have, like, a Lightforged Draenei Paladin, which is basic as fuck, that's what everyone has, but it just works so well.
I mean, yeah,
and then
it
I would
works
have,
for
like,
a reason.
Yeah, it just looks good, it feels right, like, canonically I feel like it makes sense. Yeah, those are the 2 I would change.
Would you make your Lightforged a male or female?
Ooh, that's hard. I feel like a Lightforged male paladin is pretty cool. But, like, the female is cool, too. I could get some, like, Urel realness going on.
Rock that bouffant.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I'm just talking hypothetically. I don't know if I probably won't pay for race changes, especially since I need to, like, level these allied races still to get their heritage armors.
I can't believe... So we have these stupid fucking pipes that are next to, like, where we record, and there's always this constant knocking sound coming out of them during the hours we record. So if you hear a fucking weird knocking sound... I wondered
what that was.
Like, it's so bizarre, because it's something with the water system, and we have not been able to source it and what causes it, but it literally only happens during recording. It's so frustrating.
I have a theory... Because it's, like, on the side of the room that's, like, next to our kitchen, and I think all of the units have their kitchens on top of each other, so I think it happens whenever, like, the units below us or the one below them run their dishwashers, maybe?
Well, don't they know we're trying to fucking record over here? Let's go fucking tell them to turn this shit off right now.
Live on the podcast, bring your huge computer towers with you, hook them up to a generator, go to their door.
So if you hear any knocking sounds, I try to edit them out, but... There's so many at a time, and it happens when we're talking. I can't get them all, and I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's what I got up to in the world of Warcraft. How about you, Slide?
Oh, let's see. I did more PvP, just basic whatever. The stuff. I kind of feel like... I don't feel like PvP is any better than what it was at the end of BFA. It feels like it's the same amount of painfulness.
Ooh, maybe
just different.
Yeah, like it just moves it, because now instead of me being the overgeared person who can shit on all the fucking low-level horde, I get stuck with all the low-level alliance who face the horde who are mythic geared, and we can't do anything because now we have no corruptions, and at a gear level, they're just higher than us. I feel like Alliance PvP still are erring on the side of having less eye level, and we're just getting absolutely steamrolled. The amount of games where I was camped at my graveyard is absolutely absurd. Still, it's ridiculous.
I mean, because, like, base point, that shouldn't be a thing that happens in Battlegrounds, but, like, I feel like, I don't know, Blizzard isn't really going to change that, although they probably should.
I've been farming Headless Horseman. I keep getting this stupid plate helmet that lasts when you use it on every character that's not plate. Seriously, my mage got it, my druid got it, my hunter got it, and it's
that sounds sick as fuck. I want that too.
Right? It's like, can my fucking warrior get it? Can my death knight get it? What the fuck's going on here?
That's a side note. That's another thing that's happening. Like, Hollow's End is here, and I've also been running that every day, at least on my main.
So, Aaron, just go in there and run it once and get your fucking mount.
I've already tried to get the mount, and all I get is the pumpkin ring. Every day, I've gotten the pumpkin ring.
I got a Worgen mask today.
It's horrible.
All of the masks look bad, but I think
Yes.
in particular, the Worgen masks looks really bad.
The goblin one's pretty awful.
They're all rough, and then especially on a Worgen, because I wear them on my nose. So it's like, oh, look, I'm a human. Get on a stepladder and go look at it. You can see I'm a human.
It's so fucking silly. I also made my high elf because I was looking at people talking about it. So I made one, and I was like, you know what? She looks really fucking good. And there's somebody on Proudmoore Trade Chat whose name is Hi, and she'll always post and be like, hi. So it would say hi, because, you know, her name, and then she's saying it. And then everyone goes, hi. So I've been sitting on the name Hey for a long time. So now I'm in here as Hey finally. I'm on the battlefield, and I'm just going, hey.
Have you met Hi yet?
No, I am waiting for the day Hi logs on and says hi, and then I go hey, and then the fucking channel explodes. Or it gets ignored because they're fighting out politics again.
Always.
But then she's a void elf mage, and it sucks because I'm like, I literally don't know what character to level right now because I literally have everything at max. So I'm like, I guess a void elf mage, I guess it's the one. And boy, I really do not like the animations on most of the things this girl does. Her sitting animation looks goofy. Her standing animation, because she's a blood elf, she's automatically tilted to one side, so every belt is like slanted and warped on her. So I'm like, I guess no belts for you ever again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm leveling her through Chromie Time in Pandaland, because I'm like, if there's one area I've never gotten most of the quests done, it's definitely Pandaland, where you leave like right after Jade Forest. Like, okay, bye.
Yeah, I feel like the furthest I've ever really made it to is like a quest or two into the Dread Wastes. And like that's definitely something I've needed to go back to for my Lore Master journey.
So it's been very chill, just leveling, just doing some stuff. I feel leveling feels so fast with like Exile's Reach plus. I mean, I guess I'm also an allied race, so I'm starting at level 10 to begin with.
Even normal leveling, like Cubby Bub made a Worgen today, and she was like level 17, and she was still in Gilneas. She said, when do I get to leave? I want to do things before I'm max level.
Wait, so she was 17 just in the
She
Worgen
was
starting
17,
area?
and she was getting near the end of it. But yeah, before she had left Gilneas and gone to the tree, she was level 17.
I mean, I guess that has always been, I think, one of the longer starting zones, but that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, because I remember before when I was like, can I please leave Gilneas? And I'm like, I'm level 9. Let me get out of here. Because you can get a good, 13 levels out of Gilneas in the old world. But it's crazy that it's 17 now. Holy shit. That's literally 1/5 of her levels.
What class did she pick?
She is a druid. I believe she is going balance. Or no, she's going restoration.
Nice. Is this her first healing class then, I guess?
Yes, it is her first healing class. And she was like, do they get cool stuff? And I said, they get stuff. I said, immune levels as a healer, and he hasn't jumped off a building yet, so I'm sure it's fine.
I mean, and I think I've leveled as debatably the worst healing class to level as, so...
Yeah, Resto's honestly pretty easy because you can switch your forms and you can change your stuff to be balance based. So you can just do balance damage instead of having to do I'm gonna hit you with my staff. But yep, that was my week in WoW. What about you, Aaron? What does yours look like?
This week in WoW was split into 2 categories. The first of which is Growliina got mad into World PvP. I was doing my CTAs. I'm officially an old curmudgeon. People come into CTA groups and they start doing world quests, and I told them, this is a CTA. Fight the horde or leave.
Ooh.
That has always been a pet peeve of mine, though.
I am tired of people leaving the group and being like, especially in like the Old Doom and Vale, where it's like, oh, I'm going to go kill stuff over here. No, you're not. If you're not in the air killing horde, you are useless to me.
Get back here and murder.
But that was cool. I told her I would, so shout out to Elicente. You were the only person in Voldoon who wanted to kill a bounty with me, and then you took me to Draenor to get magic beeswax that you claimed would heal me a lot, but it didn't work. And then you apologized for like 10 minutes, and I said, no, it's okay, I didn't need the wax anyways.
Wait, what is this magic beeswax?
I don't know. We went to a part of Shadowmoon Valley, which, by the way, I don't know if it was glitched. I can fly there now. Definitely didn't get Pathfinder for Draenor.
Yeah, that's actually something that happened with pre-patch, I believe. Is it Draenor and Legion slide?
I don't fucking know. I can fly, so I'm not a scrub.
Cubby Bub grinded out flying, and when she saw me flying there, she was none too happy.
I mean, she still gets the achievement for doing it.
Yeah, and
she gets the achievement and the mount, yeah.
But so I went to a part of Shadowmoon Valley, and they were like, knock down these beehives. So we did, and there was honey in it. And then it's like, grab 5 of them. I said, okay. And then they were like, now you have super healing honey. Let's duel. And then I blew them up, and they said, the healing honey doesn't work now. And then they said, oh, I'm sorry.
What?
And I said, no, it's fine.
What the fuck's this healing honey? I gotta know.
Well, it doesn't work, so you don't bother.
Wait, I think I might have read a Wowhead article on the toilet in the bathroom today. It heals you like 101% of your health? Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that was a nice of her to try to get you it, but I didn't realize it was a Draenor thing.
But the other half of my week was I finally buckled up, partially because I wanted to get him out, but I did the war campaign on Karen Ironbane, my orc
shit, you
warrior.
finished it?
I did finish it.
Okay. Yeah, earlier in the week, I just like had like my WoW chat on in the background, and I saw that you were on Illidan. Like, what's happening over there?
I just went through, got 2 sides of the coin, which gives me an Alliance wolf, and I said, oh, poor wolf, you can't fly, so this is the last time I'll ever see you. And sided with Sourfang, so I got my Horde-only BFA zone toy, which just puts a cloak over my head. But it was fun. Technically, I got a Horde horse, too, but I'm never going to see him.
Okay, so I've been wanting to do this so bad, but like whenever I go back on Gum-Gums, I load it up and it's like, go to the dock. And I'm like, I don't know where anything is, and I don't feel like flying around for a half hour trying to find it. So I'm not doing it. So was it easier with the quest markers? Did that help this time?
Yes, it was a lot easier with the quest markers, although most of it was just like going to the boat. But sometimes it would be like, oh, go find Rosticon. And that was a lot easier now that I knew I could like just fly in this direction and turn around, and there his throne would be.
Also, thank you for personally putting the podcast on your back, saving our ratings, and playing your Horde character.
It was tough, although it was fun, though, because I went with Sourfang, so I had to kill a bunch of the Horde, and I was like, oh, this is great! Or there was a part where the Horde gets duped into going to the beach to fighting Telemon, and that way they're too late to save Rosticon. And I was like, haha, you losers are too late! Fuck us.
One of my favorite things to do is whenever I was on Gum-Gums, I was on her like, I think 2 weeks ago, and I was in just like some CTA zones to like fight Alliance when I'm playing in war mode. The Horde are like there's Alliance. We have to group up and kill them. And I'm like, guys, we have to give up. The Alliance are just way too strong. We cannot defeat them. We have to give up. And people get so fucking mad. Don't be a quitter. Why are you quitting? I'm like, guys, we cannot beat them. Pack it up and leave the zone. There's too many of them and we're too weak. I'm like sowing disinformation into these fucking general chats. Highly recommend. Try it. 10 out of 10.
But that was my week. I'm excited to get back on Growliina and continue killing people because fire feels good to me so far, even if others don't think so.
Yeah, honestly, that's the rule of thumb. Fucking play what you fucking want. Look at me. I'm playing Feral Druid. The world says don't do it, and I'm gonna fucking do it, mate. I feel like before we do our top 2 bottom boot medium mood, we have to talk about the fucking Darter Dragonkin, whatever it's called, skin.
I do not know the official name of this set.
I believe it is called something akin to the Sprite Darter Transmog set.
It's basically a puck. I mean, no, not puck. What is the Brightwing? It's a Brightwing dragon, fairy dragon T-Mog set.
Yeah, so actually last night in Raid, people were calling it the Brightwing set, and then I turned to Slide, I'm like, is this what League people call Puck?
Yeah, Puck is just Brightwing. Puck's Dota 2. it's the exact same thing. It's so funny. Yes, the internet, once again, like fucking clockwork, like a cuckoo clock of doom, is like, Blizzard is sold out. Blizzard was better before it was with Activision 16 years ago.
What are they worried about? The fact that you can buy it separately?
It's because it's a bad precedent. If you have skins in the game that I think are ugly, people are gonna pay for them, and it's promoting a paywall that we shouldn't be behind because we should get this transmog for free.
No.
Not to mention the game itself is a paywall.
Not to mention you can also just buy this thing with, if you farm enough gold, you can get it. It's the same as the fucking Brutosaur mount, but a lot cheaper. Fucking nut up, and if you want it so bad, then farm the gold for it. You don't have to pay any money for it. Just literally, if you don't, and the thing is, people are saying it's, in that same breath, it's ugly. Okay, so you don't want it, and you're mad that people are paying for it, despite most people not even paying for it because it comes with a 6-month sub. Mine arrived for free in my inbox.
Yeah, I just got it passively because I'm on a 6-month sub because I'm not going to stop playing this game any point soon, and that's the cheapest way to sub.
But listen, Asmongold said, if you gotta have any microtransactions in your game, it's bad. Because people don't understand that a video game is a fucking business. They don't make WoW out of the goodness of their hearts. Are you stupid?
Yeah, they have to make money somehow. I know they put on a cool benefit thing and you've played this game when you were 12, but it's a business. And this isn't even an egregious case of business.
Yeah, I feel like the majority of people just got it passively for free like us, or don't care about it, or think it's ugly. But I think a lot of these people are just jealous. And it's even weirder to me because, I think there's a theory going around, and I kind of agree with it, that, this was just the skin that was going to be used for buying the BlizzCon ticket or buying BlizzCon Line.
Like the Yeti one from last year.
When I saw it, I immediately pegged it as if this is literally the BlizzCon skin. There's no BlizzCon. They made a skin. They're going to release it because why the fuck not? Because it was going to sell tickets. So they're going to release it to make up for not having BlizzCon money. It makes sense. It literally lines up perfectly. It's not a big deal. And I will agree. I think the set is pretty fucking ugly. Except for the wings. No, I'm going to ruin the wings for you guys. The wings do look very pretty, right? If you zoom in on the wings,
they don't move.
Horrible. If you zoom in, wait, what do you mean they don't move? They move.
Well, they wiggle, but when I first got it, for whatever reason, I had tricked myself into believing that they'll flap individually, but no, they just kind of wiggle around.
Yeah, they only move when you move.
Yeah, I was gonna say when you jump, they flap up and down, and I turned to Slide during raid. I'm like, Oh my god, the way these things are flapping remind me of, I don't know if you remember this, Aaron, but like there's this GIF, or I don't know what it's originally from, but like this guy who made this bad Illidan cosplay where he's just like
I've
has
seen
like
it, and then it has like little PNG meteors going through.
yeah, and it's just like little tiny baby wings flapping as he has like these little tiny glaives, and he's like jumping around with his like eye bandana on. Yeah, that's what it reminds me of.
But it's like, obviously the best part is the wings. If you don't like it, don't buy it. But if people support it, then it's gonna bring more microtransactions to the game. Then don't buy that either. You don't have to buy it, or it's stupid.
Also, they've been doing these 6-month subscription rewards for a very long time now. Like, where was the outrage when like the boat was around, right?
They've been doing this shit
Or
even
the
before
mechanical dragon like 2 months ago.
Yeah, like people didn't have this same outrage then, did they?
Yo, this has been happening since apparently like 2015. Like, you can get Diablo 3 for having a 6-month sub. You can get some Pandaren mount for having a 6-month sub. It's the classic case of Reddit neckbeards being like, well, I'm gonna be mad about this and fight about it because I can't afford to pay for this $20 set. Then don't buy it. It's not that fucking hard. But it's funny, our friend Matt has recently joined the guild. And apparently Matt, who has come back to this game, has already paid for a 6-month sub and got the wings for free. And I was like, this is like your first big, real jump back into WoW, and you're already paying for a 6-month sub, you loon.
I mean, he's casually been playing for a while now. He, like, leveled a Void Elf over the last few months.
But that's some quality commitment that you love to see. But he was like, Blizzard came through for the gays. They gave us what we wanted. Our fairy wings are finally here. And I'm like, yes, queen.
Well, I guess since I alluded to it earlier in the episode, we gotta head on into our sexiest NPC of the week.
Ooh, tell me who it is.
And we didn't get to do her justice by doing a full review of her segment, which we might do in the future maybe, but this week's sexiest NPC of the week is Captain Garrick, baby.
It's a good thing that she's a general, or I'm sorry, she's a captain, because she makes my private stand at attention. I had to get that one in before anyone else did.
Honestly, I was not thinking that, and that is, honestly, I salute you for making that joke.
Shaving Ryan's privates.
Ooh.
Get it? Because it's like saving Private Ryan, but
Yeah.
it's the porn version.
Yeah, I get it.
Smash. It's like MASH, which took place in war.
Now we know that she can fuck because she's got a son. She's got a hot son. She's a great MILF. She's fucking carrying the fucking Alliance banner strongly and proudly, and you love to see a patriotic bitch. Let me tell you what.
Ooh, and she is the first to charge into battle because she's the tank, baby.
Wait, oh, she is the tank. I forgot the dungeon.
She is,
yeah.
and her son's the healer.
What a fucking power couple. Wait, no, not power couple.
No.
Oh, no.
Power duo. Power duo. Power duo. Lipo. Power duo Lipa.
And I
Just
want to
said
squeeze
no.
myself right there in between them to make it a power trio.
Ew.
Not at the same time, individually.
Like in the dungeon that we all ran together, I just happened to be physically in between the two of them because, you know, I was a ranged DPS and I was like, just happened to be like in between where the tank was positioned and where the healer was positioned.
After you've had the old steer, now you want the young bull. That's from Step Brothers.
But real talk, even more so than her muscular strength, she's got street smarts. This girl knows more about your class than you do being your class. She's
my God.
Recruit, come over here. I'm going to teach you your basic rotation. And I'm like, dang, girl. Fully voice acted, too.
Ooh, yeah. She's like, yeah, we're going to spar right now, and I'm going to, like, chastise you for doing your rotation wrong.
Yeah,
you used your dot too early.
Yes, she was yelling at me as a druid, and I'm like, lady, you're a human. You don't know shit about the fucking druidic arts, but apparently you know so much. She has to be one of the most knowledgeable people in the Warcraft universe to know all 36 specs shit.
I mean, I think going forward, she single-handedly is carrying the Alliance on her back.
And I really, really hope that we see her. They have to use her again, right? Because every new player that comes to the game meets her. And, like, we're all meeting her, too. We're not new. So, like, if they have her in, like, a cinematic and, like, a background or, like, leading an army, how fucking sick would that be?
Or, I don't know what the Horde equivalent of her is, but it would be cool if they brought them both back in the future.
Whoa, what is the Horde equivalent of Captain Garrick? Holy shit.
Yeah, I didn't run it. We'll have to find out.
They're on the same island. Yeah, they have to be on the same island. That's... Because, like, we don't see any Horde during this campaign, right?
No, it's just us versus the various creatures.
Ogres.
That's interesting. That seems like a pretty good time to introduce, like, and here are the Horde, the stink clan that nobody likes.
I mean, they basically say that a lot during the course of it, and then, like, when you come back to Stormwind, they say it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I forgot. Well, Captain Garrick, you're oversized sword, and you are the sexiest NPC of this week.
Ooh, babe.
I'll bring you your award when I'm leveling my 4th all through there to get all the transmog.
But not
And
the
you
shoes.
know I gotta do that.
Yeah, where the fuck are the shoes at, man? So it's funny, I actually have the shoes because it's not even a recolor of the PvP set. It is just the PvP aspirant set from PFA, right?
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
Yeah, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
I think it's just the set, which is great. It's fine. I don't really care, but I'm like, I want some new clothes. But it tells me that I have a new appearance, but I'm like, I think I already have that.
I mean, in my book, the weapons are the real takeaway here.
Oh my god, the weapons are fucking baller. I swear, we're gonna keep saying, we'll talk about it next week, and now we're cursed. Now, it never be discussed again, but maybe next time, if we have space, we'll slide it in.
As is tradition.
As it shall be written, as it shall be probably done. Who fucking knows with us?
So, boys, I think it's time we wrap this mother up with a little segment I call our top toot, bottom boot, or medium moot. Slidewhistle, what is your TTBBMM?
Let's get crazy here. I know we joked about it last week, but this week, I think I truly have an Auga.
We can't do that!
An out-of-season boat moment?
We missed our boat opportunity to Auga in March. I need to Auga once a fucking year. Let me have this and just let it stand that an Auga is a TTT, a top toot.
I don't know if I fully endorse this, but you're gonna do it anyways.
You're damn fucking right I am. Auga. My Auga this week. I complained heavily on Twitter and on the podcast about how the Fanatics game store absolutely fucking sucks, and how my Collector's Edition was not coming to me, and how it's absurd that I'm not getting it.
Absolutely, and you ended up canceling it because of how piss poor they were at customer service.
Piss poor. So I ordered from GameStop. I've received that sucker, no joke, 1.5 days later. So I have it. Easy peasy. Punched it in. Got my 80 Blizzard balance back. Got some money to spend on WoW tokens or whatever. But then, 2 days later, I received a second edition for the collectors of Shadowlands.
Ooh.
I wonder if it's risky to say this if big GameStop is listening to us.
Well, the thing is, I had logged in as a guest, so good luck. I don't have an actual account on them. And so they sent me
Reggie
two.
will find a way.
They sent 2 to my home, and I'm like, I only ordered 1, right? I don't think I ordered 2.
Well, what's your credit card statement say?
I've been checking religiously every Sunday. No, I've been checking every day to see to see if I'm being charged for 2. Because, like, the thing is, I bought it as a guest. I don't know what... I think I bought it so fast, I didn't check to see if I was logged in or not. So I can't even check my order to see if I bought 1 or 2. But I've only been charged for 1 so far. But I'm afraid that if I do anything with it, I'll immediately be charged. So I'm just kind of sitting with it and just being like, I guess I'll just wait and see what happens and let it sit unopened on my shelf. And I guess, I don't know, just cherish it as an unopened box. But part of me wants to open it again and just get more pins. Double the pins.
They're the same pins, though.
But they're just so fucking pretty. I have mounted this board. Well, mounted is a very strong word. I'm leaning it against the wall on top of my box.
I have placed myself upon it, legs akimbo. I have mounted this board.
No. And this week's second sexiest NPC of the week is Slide's Collector's Edition pins.
Honestly, though, it's amazing. So that the pins come on the thickest of cardboard, and the cardboard feels sexy. I have never thought cardboard has felt sexy before, but I can say today, this cardboard is sexy. So basically, I have 2 of these things, and I'm just going to wait till the statute of limitations are up and them charging me or suing me for getting 2. But I fully believe it was a fuck up on their part. I'm not going to volunteer to return it. Why the fuck would I? You crazy? And if they ask me, I'm going to deny it. Wait.
And you're also, like, posting it to the internet saying that you did receive a second one.
I did. I may or may not have received a second one. I'll leave it at that. What about you, Aaron? What was your TTBB?
Well, I was going to be a top 2, but I was a little hurt by his words, so it's going to be a nice medium moot this week. I was doing Call to Arms Voldoon with a group who included my boy Joshambo. And
what, Joshambo? Like Rochambeau with a J? Sorry to interrupt, but I have to know.
Yes, like Rochambeau with a J.
Love it.
And we're holding down one of the areas with like the Azurite dailies. Us in a big old group, and then we all got our 10 and everyone started leaving, but he's like, oh, I want to get my 25. And I said, I'll stay with you. So us in another group kept killing people till we got our 25. It was real cool. I helped him get a portal back to Borealis. It was a nice event. We thanked each other. But this dude, middle of the fight, private messages me, surprised you're still on fire. I said, what? And he goes, they're really, really bad now. And I said, oh, are they? I just always kind of play it because, it's canonical. And he goes, if you want to take this thing seriously, you should really switch.
Wait,
this thing?
Wait, Joe Chambeau, what the hell, man?
Yeah, he was like, fire, I'm sure it'd be fun, but if you really want to do damage, you really need to switch.
Wait, is this man saying to your face, you know what, I had fun killing Horde with you, but you just weren't pulling your weight. You need to switch to do more damage.
Which... and I'm having mixed feelings. Joe Chambeau, you couldn't even fly. I had to sandstone Drake you to the enemy.
Yeah, like, he has the nerve to say these things to you when you, out of your goodness of your heart, stuck around after you were done with your objective, flew him around like some fancy chauffeur.
And I don't mean to call him out, because he was a nice enough boy, other than that, but your words hurt, Josh Chambeau, and I'm going to stick to what I love. Also, because it's the only one I know. And also, Phoenix Flames are back, and those are really cool, except they're not as good as they used to be.
So Phoenix Flames they're baseline now, right? Because I remember
they're baseline. You don't have, it's not a talent you have to click into now.
So I remember I'd always pick them up just for PvP, but I heard, is this true, that they no longer contribute to your hot streak or whatever?
Yes.
Why?
I was telling Immune that during the break, they have the same hits, they have the same streak chance as like a fireball, which stinks, Because I used to be able to get like 9, 10, 11 combos in, and now it's still only like 6 or 7.
Damn. Well, you know what? They're still fun to look at least.
Hmm. But Immune, what is your TTBBMM?
Well, I was gonna say I was gonna round things out, but it's impossible now since Slidewhistle decided to add an Auga instead of a top toot.
And Awooga's a top 2. Just keep it at
You
fans
can always go
value.
for an AA. You always go for an acceptable ass.
Oh fuck, I forgot about that one, but no. I have a bottom boot this week.
Oh no. Bauga.
No, none of that. This week's bottom boot is, well, I love the addition of Exile's Reach. I am a little upset with how it works after you finish it. Specifically, I've noticed that when you finish it, you have to basically go into the BFA content as your leveling experience going forward.
What?
You mean, because I know it has the bonus quest that then takes you to the table to start BFA, but can't you just go talk to Chromie instead?
This is up in there. I've seen a few things online that say different things, but after I finished it, since it was my first time doing Exile's Reach, I said, yeah, I want a tour of Stormwind just because I wanted to see what it was. Because we talked about it last week, I just wanted to get like the tour where like you get a mount picked out and like get like the basic like newbie like experience. And then after that, you are funneled into Anduin's throne room and they just give you the exposition for BFA. And then you are forced to go to the docks and board the boat to Borealis, basically. And you cannot go to Chromie at this point to do Chromie time. So like on my Worgen Warrior Blisterblood, I wanted to like after Exile's Reach do some other content that would help me work towards Lore Master, but no, I cannot do Chromie time. I mean, I guess I could maybe just normal time decide to go start some other zone. I don't know how that works right now with Chromie time. I'm like not very knowledgeable about it, honestly.
From what I know, you can go back and just tell her you want to start a new storyline at any point.
I tried to go to her, and then she was like, oh, sorry, I can't bring you back into Chromie time right now. Maybe after you talk with the king and get acquainted with the city a little more. So then I went back to the throne room, and there are no like quest options or ability to talk with anyone while there.
That's so crazy that it works like that. Is it intentional? It feels like it has to be.
So I saw a comment on Wowhead somewhere. I don't remember who said it. I didn't write it down, so sorry to whoever this was. But they basically said that if you accept the tour of Stormwind, you lock yourself into doing BFA as your leveling experience. And I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. Why? I mean, I feel like they can tell that someone like us, I have like 5 or so max level characters. Like, why should I be forced to do this same experience? Like, I know I did Exile's Reach, which is like the newbie thing, but I just wanted to see it. I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense that they would make it so you could not toggle it to go back and just check it out.
So sadly, I might delete this Worgen and then like restart him again and then go through Chromie time somewhere else.
Rest in pepperonis. But at least it's quick. I mean, you can get him back to 10 in like an hour.
Yeah, that's true. Or according to Cubby Bub, I'll be like up to like level 20 almost.
Yeah.
But that's my bottom boot.
Booga. Ooh, maybe next week we should have a spooky Halloween version, like top treat, bottom boof, medium
mask.
Mask.
Bottom bobbing for apples?
How spooky and delightful.
Well, now we have to do that, but it's time for us to get going. This has been too long. If you guys have any comments, questions, complaints, if you want to send us any fan mail, email, Z-mail, e-girl mail, send it to donotRelentPod@gmail.com or tweet at us on the Twitter at DoNotRelentPod. If you have any reviews to give to us, I don't care if it's a 1-star or a 5-star, please drop it on us at Warcraft Radio /directory. I think that's what it is. Just type Warcraft Radio, go to the directory, give us a review. We'll take a shot in your name. We won't forget it. Just give us a reason to drink, please, because every day the light gets bleaker. What about you guys? Where can I find you on the internet?
You can find me, Alex or Immunization, on Twitter at New Era Alex, or you can follow our podcast Instagram account on the gram at Do Not Relent.
You can find me, Aaron the Human, at The Big Cheesy on Twitter, and you can read our literary musings at donotrelent.livejournal.com.
Auga! We'll see you guys next week, and remember...
Another down! Do not relent!
Do Not Relent is a podcast within the 3HNC network, representing U.S. Proudmoore's premier podcasts.
That was a very good wish.